Hey everyone, this is Mike, and I'm here with Isaac,
Yo,
and we're here to talk about Marvel Rivals. More specifically, we're here to make a follow up on the whole situation regarding the Marvel Rivals Deadpool Creator Cup tournament that happened a few days ago. As you may or may not know, there was a whole situation with a Twitch streamer named Kingsman and being on a team with another streamer named Zazastack, who was a Black Widow one trick player who was not very good at playing the character. And Kingsman was telling this player to switch off to another hero. And there was a whole drama behind the scenes saying that the whole Kingsman was being rude to Sasa Stack and he should have been nicer to her. And the whole drama eventually got Kingsman kicked off the tournament from the tournament TO. That being said, the whole situation, when we first heard the whole situation, we really thought that Kingsman was being a little bit too rude to her, saying that maybe he should have used more calming language. He should have did his best as the team captain to try to pull everyone together and whatnot instead of just stressing over not. Even though I was also had the opinion that as a team player, you're supposed to work with your team, and that's where Zazastack really kind of dropped the ball.
yeah,
Really not. Yeah.
we sat down and talked about that. And there's another player involved. Her name was Cece, I
Yes.
believe in there. She
Yes,
was one of
CC.
the captains. No, I think that Kingsman was honestly the team leader.
Yes.
But Cece also was also a part of the team around with Zaz Attack. Like they were all together. They all played
Yes.
together as a team.
Yes.
So and I think Cece came in to support us Zaz Attack while the whole incident happened. And who was and I forgot the gentleman that was running the tournament. Basm, who basically jumped in and essentially kind of went and gave kind of a swift verdict during the tournament. I think that was one of the topics that I sat down and talked about earlier in the last stream. Was it a little bit too hastily for him to ban Kingsman right off the jump? Because usually in tournaments like that, you normally give a warning.
Yes.
You usually give a warning, and hopefully everybody usually gets a whole warning and okay, calm down, relax, regroup, get together, get your communication on point. If this continues to happen, all right, you're kicked out. That didn't happen. He just banned him right off the spot.
Yeah, basically. So basically, there was a huge public backlash regarding the whole situation. A lot of people were supporting Kingsman on the situation, basically criticizing a lot of the other streamers like Zazastack and CC for damage controlling, as well as Zazastack's boyfriend having a whole Google Doc on the whole situation. But the community quickly started to pick apart the Zazastack's boyfriend's like whole Google Doc and CC's like claims saying that it was very, very iffy and whatnot. Yeah, not to mention that CC's boyfriend locked the comments for I believe it was their Twitter. That they locked the comments so nobody could reply, which is not a good sign because you shouldn't do that. If you really are speaking the truth, you should let people speak freely on the truth, and rather than locking, not letting people say their piece. That being said, Kingsman also came back with another Google Doc, basically exposing a lot of the streamers behind the scenes that were basically that were conspiring against him and stuff like that. And they basically wanted they were setting him up. They basically setting him up to get him kicked off the team, which is obviously very rude and very hypocritical of them saying that that Kingsman was messing with the vibes of the team, which was really, really stupid. And regardless of the situation, CC ended up losing sponsorships or whatnot, and basically everything went downhill for Zazastack and CC and everyone that was defending the female streamers and whatnot. And on the plus side, Kingsman basically got the bigger end of the stick in the end because after everything was said and done, he actually started gaining more followers, more community support. I believe he had like 30,000 on Twitch, and he ended up jumping all the way to 70,000, 80,000. I'm not sure what it is at now, but he gained a lot of new followers and support and whatnot.
And he even got a special donation of $3,000, which he would have won
if he was at the tournament. If he won the tournament, yeah,
which is what he would have gotten during the split. So,
pretty much.
So I guess at the end of the day, one person made out after everything was sorted, and the other one, and on the other side of the party, got punished.
Yeah, drama. I get it. It's
very dramatized. Again, very cute. And I'll admit, going on to this, I was very against the follow up, but we again, my brother wanted to make sure that we had a follow up for this, which is very important too. But yeah, again, I think there's really not much anything that can honestly be said.
There's something I can say.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I know you want to say this is just pointless drama or whatnot, but the thing is that this reflects on the community as a whole, regardless, simply because of how people perceive certain behaviors and certain attitudes when it comes to the players in the community. Because as a Black Widow player who loves playing Black Widow, now you have a lot of people already negatively seeing anyone who plays that certain hero. You already have people in the game saying whenever you see a Black Widow player, now, oh, we have a Zaza on our team, or we have a CC on our team. Yeah, it might sound like really stupid, but again, that's what's happening right now within the community. It's already bad enough that someone who's who tries to play their best with the character, now you have this negative influence whenever you pick it, and it shouldn't be that way, man. It really shouldn't. And just it's already bad enough that, again, that Black Widow is a character that has a very low win rate due to how niche of a hero that she is, and how much value, how much effort you need to get value out of that character. Because as I said again, anything that you can do on Black Widow, you could easily get more value playing Hela or Phoenix. And it just really, it's already bad enough that Black Widow is the only character in the game that doesn't have a legendary skin. Every other hero in the game has at least one legendary skin except Black Widow, and it just sucks because again, I love the character, but now because of this whole situation, now it's just even the respect for the hero has basically gone down to zero again.
I think it's even less about even respect of just the character, about playing a character that you like, and just more about the community in general. Like I said, it is going back to more of just community idea. It's just you should be able to enjoy whatever characters that you play. It is a hero shooter. It's a hero champion game for a reason. People go in, casual players like you just want to be able to play the characters that they want to play.
Yeah, obviously.
Regardless of comp, regardless of structure, regardless of any of that. And it is kind of upsetting. I will say that it is upsetting that communities go too far. I understand in terms of the tournament, you want to play based on countering other teams and stuff like that because of comps and meta and all that other stuff. But that's a tournament situation. Just for a normal, everyday, casual play, it really shouldn't matter.
Obviously.
It should not matter, but it does because people, again, playing these type of games, it gets heated. It gets very competitive. Your emotions can run. And listen, you're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. People who are listening who play Marvel Rivals are a little bit guilty of it, where their emotions can kind of take over them. At the end of the day, just being a game, at the end of the day, you should be able to sit down and enjoy the characters that you want to play, just to relax and have fun and to chill. Not all of us are going to be in a high stakes money tournament at the end of the day.
Yeah, obviously.
You're just going to be able to sit down and chill. So, again, following up on the drama and the mess of it, it seemed like all the parties got situated is whatever. This is we're all going to sit down and move on it. But in terms of just people wanting to be able to chill, it really shouldn't affect. You know, nobody should be going after you, calling you Zaz Attack or CC because you're playing a Black Widow mate. You want to just play Black Widow for a couple of rounds and stuff like that. That shouldn't happen. Now again, like you said, people take it a little bit too seriously. Whatever it's going through your life right now, it ain't that serious. It's a game. You play for 10 minutes, you move on with your life, and that's it. Like, you don't need to go after the other person and rip it off. We've had a lot of these conversations before. Like, I told you about my time playing, my first time playing Rocket Raccoon, and I sucked at him. Sucked with the character. We end up winning. And then and I'm sitting there typing it out. It's like, hey, listen, man, that was rough. It wasn't great. And then one guy just goes berserk, like, yeah, you suck. You should have never played that character. What's wrong with you? You were holding everybody back. You were terrible. I'm like, dude, this is my first time playing this character. You, like, where is that coming from?
The hostility
Where's the hostility coming from? One, we won. Two, it's not a big deal. Like, there's no money on the line. You're like, it's not that serious. Yeah, so it's just like people just kind of take it to another level, which doesn't need to go at. Like,
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's frustrating that the player base is like this, and I wish that people would do something to just chill the F out and not get so worked up. At the same time, yeah, I still want to play to win, because that's kind of the point of playing Marvel Rivals. You play to win. Like, nobody wants to play to lose. But at the same time, you want to just play to win. And that's the thing, is that one person said, like, when we hop on this game, we're always trying to look for like-minded people that enjoys the game the same way we do.
And that's the only thing you can do. You can only try to find and that's why I said, I always suggested to you, just play with your friends. For people out there, play with your friends, or go on a Discord, or start a Discord of Marvel Rivals. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of communities out there that are probably going to have the like-minded people that you're looking for, that you can group up with and be able to play the game competitively, but not also take it too seriously to the point you're cursing out people out just for a stupid game at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's what I've been starting to tell people. That I know a lot of people complain about the matchmaking. I know a lot of people complain that you're getting teammates that act like they've never played a video game in their entire life. But you can always offset that by finding people to play with. Because, like, if you find a good person on your team that, hey, that guy was good, add them to your friends list. Just hit them up saying, hey, you were a good teammate. You want to play some more matches? Just do that. And so I see so many people refuse to do this, and they just keep complaining about how bad the matchmaking is, when they could always do something to offset that. Yeah. Just find a gaming buddy to play with it. You don't have to be the bet and start being a life friend to this person. You don't have to spend time learning about their whole backstory and stuff. Just make a gamer friend for that. And just queue up with them, and trust me, you'll have a much better time playing with that. And if you can't be bothered to do this, then you just have to accept what the matchmaking gives you.
Yeah, you technically are a part of the problem at the end of the day. Like, they do give you these, again, like we said, they give you these tools where if you like that person, hit them up. That's it.
Exactly.
Hit them up. And yeah, you want to play a couple rounds, man? You're cool. Yeah, let's go into it. Let's do it. You know. Get your fun, get your satisfaction, get your dopamine going. Call it a date.
Exactly.
You don't have to jump into these servers and be a dick to everybody, because you can't control your emotions over being sniped by Black Widow from 100 feet or getting eaten by Jeff. It's like, it ain't that serious, man.
Okay. But anyway, that's basically the whole situation regarding the whole Deadpool Creator Cup drama. What do you think about the whole situation? Are you glad that Kingsman basically came out on top? Or are you still a bit worried about Zazastack and CC and all the other content creators that got the short end of the stick, let us know. And if you like what we do here, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mike with Isaac, and we are saying peace.